Hello, my name is Michael Nemeth. Today is Friday, October 2nd, and this is my informative speech for Speech 205. 5 seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting. When traveling at 55 miles per hour, that's enough time to cover the entire length of a football field blindfolded, according to research done by the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute. In deciding whether or not I should use a cell phone while operating a motor vehicle, I have done research to form my own judgment. From this research and personal experience, I know that one cannot both focus on the road and use a cell phone at the same time. Why does this matter to you? Many individuals have had family members or friends involved in an accident stemming from cell phone use. It can happen to anyone. Each and every one of us drives daily, and this can affect more than just our lives. Driving while using a cell phone is not only a distraction, it is illegal in many states and can have life-altering costs and consequences. First, I will talk to you about cell phone use while driving being a distraction. Then I will cover the legality of using a cell phone while driving in the United States. And finally, I will discuss potential costs and consequences of using a cell phone while operating a motor vehicle. Your eyes are off the road. Answering a text message while driving means one of two things. You are not paying attention to the road, as in this example, or you do not have both hands on the steering wheel, or in this case, none. Answering a phone call has the same effect. It also lessens the driver's focus on the task at hand. The press of Atlantic City stated that the problem with handheld phones is not that it ties up your hands, but that it ties up your mind. The guy in this photo would argue against that, saying that a hands-free device, such as Bluetooth, would fix the problem. This is not the case, however. The issue is that when one speaks on the phone, they are trying to understand and have a conversation with the person on the other end of the line. Some possible actions that can happen as a result of using a cell phone while operating a vehicle are failing a signal, missing important road signs and conditions, changing lanes abruptly, and responding slowly to hazards. All these contribute to reckless driving and being a hazard to others. David L. Strayer and Frank A. Drews conducted a driving simulator to test the results of driving while on a cell phone and its influence on younger and older people. They sought to prove age was a factor. Their findings show differently, though, as both older and younger drivers had similar results. It did show, however, that everyone was affected by cell phone use. Compared to those who drove without a cell phone, drivers using cell phones had 18% slower reactions, 12% greater following distances, took 17% longer to recover speed after braking, and the number of rear-end collisions doubled versus those who drove without a cell phone. This proves that driving while conversing on a cell phone is distracting. The blue lights are in your rear view, but all you did was text your best friend about this weekend. Many states have implemented laws against cell phone use, whether it be handheld, hands-free, or texting. This can be seen here with Alabama Ordinance 10-464, no texting while driving, one of the many signs posted on highways across the country. According to the Governor's Highway Safety Association, as of September 2015, many states have passed laws on cell phone usage and texting while driving. The map here shows the distribution of this across the United States. A state that is dark green is primarily enforced, meaning an officer can cite for just this alone. Other traffic laws can be broken because of this, such as speeding, failing a signal, and reckless driving. This can get points off your license and in turn raise your insurance. What have you done? You were trying to text your wife that you were on your way home when all of a sudden, smash! You ran a red light and hit the crossing car in the middle of the intersection. You seem to be okay, but the girl in the other car is pretty banged up. She's taken to the hospital, but it was too late. She had lost too much blood and was gone. Car crashes are a part of everyday life in today's society. With the added distraction of cell phones, more and more crashes are bound to happen. The National Safety Council released an annual estimate of cell phone crashes in 2013. Due to people not reporting phone usage during crashes, it was impossible to get an exact number of crashes or fatalities. The NSC was able to come up with a sound estimate of the crashes, though. About 21% of crashes involve people using a cell phone, and about 6% involve texting. This is approximately 1.5 million crashes involving cell phone use, 1 in 4 out of every total crash. And the Atlantic City Press had a chart shown here that displays the number of crashes in New Jersey from 2006 to 2008. The statistics show that people using a handheld phone, which is illegal in the state, approximately had 5,541 crashes. Those who had used a hands-free device had about 4,530, which is not far off. This proves that hands-free is not necessarily the best solution. Recall the man in the accident earlier. He can be charged with vehicular homicide and face jail time, all because of a simple sent text message. Most states have laws where this is true, and you don't want to put yourself in that situation. The NSC has detailed some other costs that you can be faced with: grief for those involved, loss of health and hospital bills, property damage, including possible repair costs, litigation, auto insurance, which also concerns the insurance company, as they have to insure you and it raises their cost, and possible loss of work time. Car accidents will happen as long as there are cars on the road. Using a cell phone while driving can contribute to an increase in the total number of crashes. To summarize, driving requires us to have total concentration and be alert of our surroundings. I've discussed the fact that using a cell phone while driving a motor vehicle is a distraction, is illegal in most states, and that it can have hefty costs and consequences. I hope that I've given you some knowledge on the possible disadvantages that can occur when you drive while using a cell phone, and it allows you to make a well-informed decision on whether or not to do so.